first things first. Let's go here. We're gonna have some stuff to read. What up, bitch?
You have returned. What is it?
We don't need to tell her this. That's obvious reasons. Alright, so a couple of things. If you notice, maybe certain bosses, their gear shows up as well. So for example, Malenia's winged helm. Made of unalloyed gold, worn by Malenia Blade and Miquella. Malenia awaited Miquella at the foot of the husk. My brother will keep his promise. He possesses the wisdom, the allure of a god. He is the most fearsome Empyrean of all. If you guys would like, I will put the link in the description down below to a couple of videos. Specifically Smugtown Mess and Scala's video called All Will Rot, which he did a whole thing on the lore of Malenia, the goddess of rot, and everything with that. I will also gladly put in a video, I don't know if it was Ashen Hollow or Vadividya, of Malenia as well, just so you guys can get some more stuff, you know what I mean? And I'll even add the Miquella video that they did as well, so that might add a little extraness, you know, to this. So never mind just my videos, but I'm linking from other YouTubers as well, so you can enjoy extra info that they can go in real specific detail that I myself probably will take an eternity just to try and explain. So you have that. Alright. Well, Knight Helm. Silver Helm of Loretta, a knight who served Miquella's Helix-tree. So with this we can infer she, as it says here, Loretta, once a royal carrion knight, went on a journey in search of a haven for Albinoris, and determined that the Helix-tree was their best chance for eventual salvation. And based on her fighting style and her portrayal, we can also infer that she herself was an Albinoric. And from what we saw, the reason she was so damn easy in the carrion manor was because that was a projection of herself. Which means she must have learned something off of Godfrey, Mog, and Morgoth, because those are the only three people throughout this story that have projections of themselves that you can fight before you fight the real deal. Just saying. Veteran's Helm. No helm that has seen many battles, worn by Niall, the veteran general of Sol. Niall was a lone survivor who commanded spirits to defend his long-past master. This aging general could not die, nor did he have anywhere to fade away. Almost like someone who's hollow. Right? And his armor. Same description. I got Lord Blood's robe. I don't think I got to read this. The dress of a luminary, the reigning lord and hierarch of the coming dynasty of Mogul, or perhaps of Arabian lunatic. This is Morgoth's, a cloak of ragged fur worn by the exposed body of Margit, the fell omen, having slaughtered countless champions during the Shattering. The fell omen has become a horror to those who harbor ambitions for the Earth Tree or for lordship. Through this we know that Morgoth, as Margit, his alter ego, he's done away with a lot of tarnish that are trying to, you know. Okay. Obviously, I already have this. Okay. Yeah, so we got all the info here. Got the Veteran's Gauntlets. Those are really nice. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Yeah, so these are all the extra stuff. As you can see, if I want to restock on the Radon Spears, I could, but as you can see, I have plenty. Let me see. Anything else? So now, Remembrance. So it says here, Remembrance of the Rot Goddess. Miquella and Malenia are both the children of a single god. As such, they are both Empyreans, but suffered afflictions from birth. One was cursed with eternal childhood, and the other harbored rot within. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you have a guy and a girl share the same body, literally screw themselves, and then bear children. self-cestry, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, you end up having some kids with certain genetic issues here. You know, just saying. I mean, not that there's much to say about, you know, the rest of their kids from the other two sides of the family. And respectively speaking, Radigan with Renala, you have Ronnie, you have Rykard, and Radan. So, you know, Ronnie, she, you know, ended up hanging out with the Snow Witch, Rena, and that's how she got her ice skills, but then also got her Dark Moon, similar to Renala's Full Moon. Rykard figured, you know what? Let the serpents eat me so I can become a god, and then in a twist of fate, be the one controlling the snake. Which is very different from when a human is eaten by a snake, where the snake takes over the whole thing. And then you got Radan, who knows how to freeze up the stars, and despite turning into a living, breathing Thanos-looking zombie that destroys things, can still keep the fate of the stars arrested, so that Ronnie can't, you know, fulfill her destiny as an Empyrean, although to her own liking, unless you yeet him. So there's that. So, just some extra stuff for you guys to know. Now, I have this sword. Blade built into Malenia's prosthetic arm. Through consecration, it is resistant to rot. So, in other words, right? In other words, ladies and germs, when we hold it, it's kind of weird, but with her, it's attached to the hand. Like, it's built into her arm. All right, if you want a little another manga reference, Guts from Berserk. Let me explain. Right, so with Guts, after you start using the Berserker armor, and I got a good refreshing video that I watched about this. After you got the Berserker armor, which had been previously used by the Skull Knight before he became the Skull Knight, over time, because of the use and abuse of the armor, and also because that armor was kind of like absolute pure adrenaline incarnate, Guts' nerve endings and his health got to where he can only use a sword without activating the armor when it's strapped to his hand. Like, literally, like, if you look at one of the manga pages, you will see that the Dragon Slayer is wrapped to his arm, to his hand. He cannot use it otherwise. Like, he doesn't have the strength he had unless he activates the damn I was about to say Dragon Slayer armor, but this ain't Dark Souls 3. I meant the Berserker armor. So there's that. So again, a little Guts Berserk reference that I really didn't realize. And consecration resistant to rock, because obviously it's made of unalloyed gold by Mikola. And, you know, as we know, later on, we're going to try and finish the Millicent quest line, which will lead us back towards the Halic Tree. But there's a couple of other extra steps I would have to do, but I can always get around that later. Malenia's war prosthesis symbolize her victories. Some claim to have seen wings when the weapon was raised aloft. Wings of fierce determination that have never known defeat. So, makes you wonder if at some point, when she was out in the battlefield, there were hints of a possible, you know, scarlet blooming, but not quite. It would be just a flying attack, but never the full transformation that we got to witness. Waterfowl dance. Perform a series of one-footed leaps in the manner of a waterfowl to unleash a swift yet graceful slashing combo. Repeated inputs allow for up to 2 follow-up attacks. In other words, 3 waves of the attack. You know, and that's of course, you know, using your L2 weapon skill button. You know, like you always do in Dark Souls. You know, always fun with that. Now, Scarlet Aeonia, technique of Malenia, goddess of rot, creates a gigantic flower that blooms into an explosion of scarlet rot. Each time the scarlet flower blooms, Malenia's rot advances. It has bloomed twice already. With the third bloom, she'll become a true goddess. So this means, I guess the first time she was born, the second time was when she fought Radon, the third time came to fight her. So, for this to be used, you have to require 35 faith in your stats. As you can see, my faith is only at 30. If I want to go ahead and do the Albinoric Massacre and stack it up to use it, but I don't see myself using this one. However, because I like to collect things, that's what we're getting. Because you already know I have the Millennium sword already, so we're good on that.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
Talk to Papa Gideon and let him know what just happened. He did. Oh, one other thing. So now, because I found the dual one, as you can see, we got the Lindell, the one at Altus Plateau, and then we got the one in Caleb. So that's always cool. Venue, Royal Coliseum, Caleb Coliseum. So we got two out of 3. I forgot to get the Liurnia one, but I really don't feel like doing all that. That's okay. Let's go talk to Gideon Offney. Let him know what just happened.
You. What is it? I see you've laid your hands on the other secret medallion. I'm glad to see my counsel has borne fruit. But the honor of the deed is yours alone. You've made more of yourself than Ensha has. Now, more importantly, both secret medallions are in your hands. I suppose you'd like to know, then? What awaits you on the path ahead? Me too, my friend. Me too. I wait with bated breath. So the secret medallions led you to the land of the Halig Tree. I'd expect to find Malenia there. She who fought Radon to a standstill. Well, if the Scarlet Rot hasn't eaten her away completely. But with the Halig Tree as it is, I suppose Mikola must already be. My apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. A secret right, known only to me. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant.
Black Flame's protection. That's how you get it, folks. Alright.
So, the Halig Tree. Now but a husk. I heard speculation Mikola embedded himself in the Halig Tree. But, before he could finish, someone cut the tree open and absconded with his infant form. Indeed. It seems those words held weight. How vexing that the All-Knowing didn't have the full story. Perhaps the Queen's sorrow was justified. My apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. A secret right, known only to me. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant.
That's how you get the Lord's Divine Fortification.
Well, what is it now?
Oh, he has nothing to say now, as you can see. That really makes you ask some questions at this point. I wonder... Oh. I just realized, looking at this here, everything you see here kind of symbolizes the shattering. Just bear with me. Like this looks like the crosshatch rune of Radigan, right? And then the other ones are the various circles, and then you got the various lines that usually line up with each a great rune, symbolizing each of the demigods. I never really thought about that before. I never noticed that little detail. And granted, this is from the same chair that broke when homie D Hunter the Dead went bye-bye. But it's a little detail. I thought I'd just bring it up because it never occurred to me. Wait, I wonder... Okay. Oh, she's still down here. Yeah, she's still here. Why is she still here, though?
No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance, and now... I've lost it.
I feel like I need to get something in order to progress her story. I'll have to look that up for another time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I like to call the mid-season finale of Season 6 of Elden Ring. Those of you that tuned in to see this glorious battle between Malenia and I, you have my thanks. And thank you for everyone tuning in. Feel free to also subscribe here on Round 322 over on YouTube, so you can just check out everything in episodic format, timestamps included, so that way the viewing is a little more pleasurable, a little more enjoyable. I just want to share that with you guys. I love you all. Take care. Have a wonderful